All right, so if you didn't know already, Marathon won't have proximity chat. All right, so the homie Joe Ziegler came out and said, when it comes to prox chat, I don't think we're against the experience of it, to be fair. I think the challenge is how to make sure we're creating a safe environment for players inside of that space. I don't think anyone really has a good solution to that just yet, Cap, but all right, whatever. Because we're so dedicated to making sure we're creating a safe space where we don't have players just flaming each other or doing terrible things to one another. I think we're not ready to invest in prox chat until we have a solution. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right, now, full transparency, I think proximity chat is one of the greatest, absolute greatest gifts to gamers. Doesn't matter what game genre you come from, I think it is a godsend, all right? And the fact Bungie is just, or not Bungie, Joe and the Marathon team is just like, we don't quite got the answers yet, you know, we're just going to kind of shelf it right now. Yo, I think that's a massive mistake. Y'all need to go find the answers. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, go find the answers like yesterday, bro. Because, yo, when it comes to extraction shooters, proximity chat literally defines this experience 110%, you know? Whether if you're talking tense standoffs, whether if you're talking de-escalating gunfights, whether if you're talking hilarious interactions, whatever the case may be, all those things are centralized around proximity chat. You know, with this being an extraction shooter, it's not all about either the PvE or the PvP. There may be moments where you are fighting, you know, you knock one of the opposition, they knock one of your homies, y'all revive and reset, y'all do that one or two times. It's so easy to just hop on prox chat and be like, yo, look, we're trying to get this puzzle done, man. Yo, white flag, like, yay. Hey, y'all good? We good? Can we just leave this be? We really ain't got nothing anyway. We just died in the last 3 runs, you know? They might come on prox chat and be like, all right, cool, because we trying to get a puzzle done anyway, so we out. You know what I'm saying? Or they might say, yo, what puzzle y'all trying to do? Can we just link up and get this puzzle done? Now it's 6 of y'all trying to get the puzzle done. You see what I'm saying? Of course, as long as the puzzle can only be done once per team. In that case, y'all got to throw hands and whoever wins can complete the puzzle. But I digress there. You know what I'm saying? Prox chat is literally like the best icing in the world. Like, I love the whipped icing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Not a huge fan of the buttercream stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you get that nice whipped icing on the cake. To me, that's proximity chat. You know what I'm saying? What if you've been hunting for this rare item like a madman and you finally get it and you got an enemy team that pull up on you, but they're good people, right? They ain't trying to ruin the experience or what. Not that PvP is ruining it, but you know, they're feeling really, really kind that day. You can hop on prox chat and be like, yo, hey, please, like, yo, I've been trying to do this mission for the last 3 days. I just need an exfil. Who knows? You might run into a team of people that are like, all right, go ahead, exfil, bro. Get out of here before I change my mind. You have no way of knowing or communicating that without proximity chat. You know what I mean? So Bungie not even giving players the opportunity to speak for themselves or to make plays for themselves. That's an L in my book. It truly is. Now, I know that this doesn't mean that proximity chat will never be in the game, right? Like, proximity chat wasn't in OG Warzone, and then Warzone 2 came out and it came into the game, right? I think it came into the game during Warzone 2. Can't quite remember. That was like 50 years ago now. But I think it's just so important to have so that we do have the ability to talk our way out of fights. So that we do have the ability to form alliances and to do things like that. I mean, look, I know I'm a content creator, so I kind of speak not for the content creators, but from that perspective. And I look at channels like, if you jump in the Call of Duty realm, right? Lucci has made an absolute killing using proximity chat from DMZ, and I don't think there's prox chat in Delta Force, right? But his channel really blew up from him doing the prox chat stuff in DMZ and in Warzone, right? C-Preds, another Call of Duty creator. Every single video he uploads, he's in prox chat, whether if he's talking smack to the other team, because look, we all talk smack. Professional athletes talk smack. Professional gamers talk smack, right? Those esports warlords, right? Like, everybody talks smack in some capacity. That's normal, right? So C-Prez is talking smack. You know, he gets a knock on somebody. That dude's like, oh, GG's. And C-Prez is like, GG's. You know what? You got to self-res? Go ahead and get up, man. Go ahead and self-res yourself and we'll go separate ways, right? Like, those type of experiences don't happen if prox chat isn't there. And from a content creation standpoint, I want to have those moments, Bungie. Come on, don't do me like that. So honestly, I think the whole notion of, man, we just want to create a safe and respectable environment and we want to avoid toxicity and harassment, I think that's just, it's baloney, man. It truly is baloney, because look, there's so many systems in play that other games utilize, whether if we're talking about, and I know Valorant isn't necessarily prox chat, but it's still game chat, right? Valorant or DMZ or Call of Duty in general, like they have all these features. You can mute people, you can block people, you can opt out of the prox chat, right? Like Bungie, that's a simple solution, right? The simple solution, yo, is this. When you're about to drop into your first run, a prompt comes up saying you are automatically enrolled in proximity chat. Would you like to disable it, right? You can say, no, I don't want to disable it, or yes, I want to disable it, right? If you click no, you don't want to disable it, it follows up by saying, cool, if you ever want to turn it off, go here in the settings to opt out of proximity chat. And when you're opted out of proximity chat, other players can't hear you and you can't hear other players. That's a simple solution, because look, there are players out there that want nothing to do with prox chat, and that's fine. For those players, just opt out. For the players like me that try to create content around stuff like this, give us the opportunity to have those moments. Please, 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 please. Now, look, I don't know how hard it is on the back end to develop proximity chat, because I am not a developer in any capacity, right? So that may be the reality. Bungie may have said this, or Joe Ziegler may have said this, because development for prox chat is just costly. It's tough. It's expensive. That could very well be the case. If it's the case, tell me that. Don't tell me this. You know what I'm saying? But either way, if that is the case, all good. Just please reconsider. Please put it on the pipeline so that at some point we can have prox chat and marathon, and I can promise you it will make the game a million times better. So with that all being said, I'm going to go ahead and put a fork in my rant here. I want to hear from you all now. Let me know what you all think about this down in the comments below. As I always say, please, please, please keep it civil. I don't want none of that negativity stuff here. None of the doom and gloom stuff. There's enough of that on Twitter and everywhere else in the world, so have it there. This is a place where I want to have civil conversations, right? Where I want to be optimistic, where I want to have some positivity and whatnot, and I want to keep those vibes rolling, you feel me? So let's keep it, again, civil there. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for your boy and hit the like button so you know we can do all the algorithmic things. I can't talk, bear with me, whatever. I'ma shut up now. I love you all, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Thank you all so much for coming and watching. But until then, we gonna go ahead and sign out.